Hello and welcome to Urban Entrepreneurship. This mini lecture is about short pitches. I'm your instructor, David Tarver. So in this mini lecture, we discuss the art of delivering a short, persuasive presentation of your business opportunity, also known as a pitch. This mini lecture focuses on two different types of short pitches: the one-line pitch and the elevator pitch. Our objective here is that we want you to be able to select the appropriate type of pitch depending on the situation, and to construct and deliver an effective one-line pitch or an elevator pitch. So as we've discussed before, pitching is the art of gaining agreement. So why do we pitch? We pitch for any number of reasons, and entrepreneurs are pitching all the time. We pitch to seek investment, or we pitch to recruit team members and employees, or to acquire partners or key suppliers, or to sell a product. Lots of reasons for pitching. So again, in this mini lecture, we're discussing two types of short pitches: one-line pitch and elevator pitch. So we'll start with the one-line pitch. One-line pitch is just a concise, compelling, very brief presentation of your venture. And obviously you use this when you only have a moment to describe your venture. The setting could be a social event, or you meet somebody at a bar, or a business meeting, or a chance encounter on the street. This kind of pitch is often the answer to the question, "So David, what do you do?" Of course, substitute your own name there. Your one-line pitch should be like a delicious morsel that makes the listener hungry for an entire meal, or at least an appetizer. So key elements of the one-line pitch, very simple: what you do, who you do it for, and the benefits or advantages of what you do. So here are some examples of one-line pitches. I run workshops that help entrepreneurs create game-changing urban businesses. I run Accelerate Kid, a company that gives children the knowledge and confidence they need to start a business later in life. We manufacture a restroom monitoring system that prevents the spread of dangerous bacteria in hospitals. You see, in all three of these cases, it takes just a moment to convey the idea about what your venture does and hopefully create a little excitement about it. Now there's another kind of one-line pitch that's called a reference pitch. And a reference pitch relates your venture to a well-known business in a different market, but a business that employs a similar business model to yours. And so some examples of a reference pitch are: my business is like u-m.urban for entrepreneurship. Or I run a rating service that's like a Yelp for marijuana dispensaries. Or I work for Turo, which is like Airbnb for car rental. So in each of these cases, you know right away with the reference what this business is about, because if a business is like u-m.urban for entrepreneurship, what are they doing? They're teaching entrepreneurship concepts to young people, to kids. Or if you run a rating service that's like Yelp for marijuana dispensaries, you can envision that there's an app there that people go on and they can look at the different marijuana dispensaries, and they see ratings and see information about the different products like they would do with Yelp for restaurants. So again, you know right away what that business is about. Or not to belabor the point, if it's an Airbnb for car rental, then you know right away that it's private individuals renting their cars to people in return for payment. So a reference pitch can be a really powerful way of quickly and in a nutshell getting the idea of your business across. An adaptation on this is to combine the standard one-line pitch with the reference pitch. So to make a combination that starts with the one-line pitch and ends with the reference pitch, or the other way around. And so the reference pitch just adds a descriptive element to that one-line pitch that's very powerful. So you could say, for example, my company, Turo, helps people make extra money by renting their personal automobile. It's like an Airbnb for cars. So you've explicitly said what your company does, and you've reinforced it with that reference pitch. So nobody can walk away from that kind of a presentation without a firm idea of what your business is about. So now that you know what the one-line pitch is, it's time to construct one for your venture. So we'll give you a few minutes to do that. Do 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 do. I'm just kidding. So you could do this at the end of the mini lecture. Take some time and construct your one-line pitch if you don't have it already. Okay? So now what if you have a bit more time to make your pitch? What if you have a little bit longer time with the person? What if that person is an important individual who you want to convince about your business? Somebody maybe you didn't expect to meet. Maybe you got on the elevator and there's a person there that you would love to recruit to be a co-founder of your company. Or there's somebody over there who works for an outfit that might be interested in investing in your company if they only knew what it was about. That's when you use something that we call the elevator pitch. So the elevator pitch is typically 30 to 60 seconds. Could be a little shorter, could be a little longer. But it captures the attention of the listener, and it conveys the key aspects of your business in a brief summary form. And your objective is to get a follow-up meeting. No one's going to go in their wallet after they hear a pitch for 30 seconds and hand you some money or write you a check, at least in the vast majority of cases. But they might agree, hey, this is interesting. Yeah, let's get together and talk about this. And that's what your objective is. So, what are the elements of the elevator pitch? First of all, your name and your venture name, the problem you're solving, who you're solving the problem for, your solution, in other words, your product or service, and your unique selling proposition. In other words, why you? So here's an example of an elevator pitch for a company called Samaritan. I'm David Tarver, and I work with Samaritan. We're addressing the rampant homelessness you're seeing in big cities these days. Most folks are homeless because they get disconnected from the community, the people who want to help them, and the organizations that are there to serve them. We provide technology and a software platform that allows social service organizations and healthcare providers and Good Samaritans to more effectively engage and support the homeless. And we're the only company that provides this kind of client relationship management technology that's aimed at serving the homeless. Our solution is really improving communities and saving lives. So that's an example, but now let's look at what makes your elevator pitch effective. First of all, It's practice, 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 practice until it's second nature. Because this pitch needs to sound natural, not forced and not formal. It should be something that you can deliver also in a conversational style, not just a straight one-way presentation. So you really have to know those basic elements that you're trying to get across. But after you practice it for a while, you'll be surprised at how easily you communicate these different elements. You want to project confidence when you're presenting your business in this way. And you want to give a clear description of what the product or the service is. A key thing, you have to convey excitement, because if your idea doesn't seem to excite you, it's definitely not going to excite anyone else. You want to convey the importance and potential of your venture. And again, you want to communicate what's unique about your offering. As I said before, why you? So, how do we go about implementing this pitch in real life? You run into somebody, again, you want to convince them. You should have an idea for that particular person of what's your goal. What are you trying to accomplish by giving them this pitch? That will help you to tailor the pitch to that particular situation. So then give them the pitch. And while you're giving it, engage the listener. Again, you want to be sure that even if you're the one speaking, you're looking at their the visual cues that they give and getting an idea of their reaction. So you want to engage that listener and determine their interest level. And then at the end of the exchange, you want to get their contact information, exchange contact information with them, and ask if it's okay to follow up. So that is the art of giving the short pitch, the art of gaining agreement, or being on the road to gaining agreement with a short pitch. And so, as always, we say, risk, try, fail, do. And don't forget to say, go blue.